once upon a time. In the quiet village of Umojio, where the cockcrow marked the beginning of the day and the rustle of palm trees whispered secrets, a woman named Nena lived with her husband, Okonkwo, and their 3 sons. Their family seemed perfect, too perfect. Nena had never had a problem with pregnancy until this one. At 4 months, she started waking up before dawn with an empty, flat stomach. By morning, the pregnancy would return as if nothing had happened. It wasn't once. It kept happening. Troubled and confused, Nena told her childhood friend Amoka what was happening. Amoka, known for her spiritual wisdom, didn't laugh. Instead, she leaned in and whispered a chilling instruction. That night, Nena prepared herself. She laid beside her husband, but sleep would not find her. When the flat stomach returned at 3 a.m., she clutched her wrapper tightly, heart pounding. This time, she stayed awake. She heard movement in the backyard. The soft sound of feet. And then, nothing. Hours passed. The cock crowed. But what she saw that morning would freeze her soul. Her eyes widened. Her knees shook. What was she seeing? Her husband. Pregnant. What kind of nightmare was this? Nena stood frozen. The sight before her made her spirit leave her body. Okonkwo, her husband, his belly swollen like a woman 9 months pregnant, was returning at dawn. And their sons. Their eyes held no innocence. Okonkwo wiped his face and walked inside like nothing had happened. The boys greeted their mother cheerfully, acting normal. But Nena's eyes stayed fixed on that belly. And by mid-morning, it was gone. That night, Nena could not sleep. She sat in her room, whispering prayers, holding her belly. Something spiritual was happening. She needed answers. So she went to visit an old seer in the neighboring village. The seer gasped. She looked up from the calabash and stared hard at Nena. You are living with a man of the night. A wizard. And your children, they were never born like others. They came from his coven. Nena raced home before sunrise. Her feet bruised, her heart racing. But when she reached her compound, she saw it. The backyard was glowing. A dim, eerie blue light paused beneath the orange tree. Chanting voices filled the air. She covered her mouth. Her unborn child was inside that man. But what kind of gathering was this? Was this still her family? By morning, strange news had spread across the village of Umidike. A woman had claimed to see her husband carry a pregnancy. People laughed. Because this sounds funny to them. They asked, how can a man carry pregnancy? Ngozi took her behind the palm oil stall. Nena, your husband is not alone. There are others. Wizards. They hide as fathers, farmers, even pastors. But they all meet under the ancient Iroko tree. That evening, Nena searched the inner chamber of their hut, somewhere she'd never dared enter. She lifted the raffia mat. And there it was. A calabash glowing softly with symbols she didn't recognize. That night, she stayed awake. Again. No sleep. She sat still in the darkness, her back against the mud wall, holding a Bible to her chest. Then, just before 4 a.m., the door creaked. Her sons walked in, one by one. And then Okonkwo followed. His stomach, again, heavy like a god filled with life. Suddenly, Okonkwo began to groan deeply. He grabbed his stomach, fell back, and began convulsing. The boys panicked. Then, from his belly, a voice echoed. A baby's cry. Nena screamed, rushed out, and began ringing the iron bell in the village square. What was hiding in Okonkwo's womb? What secret did the boys carry? And who, or what, was now watching the village? Before dawn fully broke, the iron bell echoed through Umedike like thunder. Men and women rushed out of their homes, holding palm fronds and lanterns. They followed the sound to Nena's compound. There, they found her on the ground, crying and pointing. Behind her stood Okonkwo, bare-chested, trembling, and heavily pregnant. Chiefs and elders were called. The village demanded answers. The air was tense, and then Okonkwo stepped forward. With a shaky voice and tears in his eyes, he confessed, "Yes, I am a wizard. And so are my sons. I placed the spirits of the unborn into my own body during our night meetings. They are not just my children. They are my sacrifice. Every tragedy in Umedike, the sudden deaths, miscarriages, famines, it was me. Me and the circle under the Iroko tree." But when the sons were questioned, they refused to speak. The oldest, Obiajulu, hissed and said, "We were born into it. We never asked. We just followed." Before anyone could grab them, all three boys took off running into the nearby forest. No one dared chase them. By afternoon, the village shrine priest had arrived. The oracle was consulted. The verdict was simple and harsh: Okonkwo must die. Only his blood can cleanse the land. His body must return what was stolen. Nena wept. But she said nothing. Her heart was shattered beyond words. Just before the blade was drawn, a loud baby's cry echoed from Okonkwo's body. For a moment, everyone froze, then silence. The baby was never found. Some say it returned to the spirit world. Others say it still roams, crying at night. Okonkwo died with tears on his cheeks. And Nena? She left Umedike that same week. No one ever saw her again. Not all evil hides in the forest. Sometimes, it shares your bed.